y'all. Hey. Wow, babe. Hey, cousins. How's it? Oh my God. How's it going? How's your heart? How's your mind? How's your body? I hope that you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming to my channel and clicking on the video. I really appreciate you. If this is your first time here, hey. You are a returning viewer. Hey, what's up? Hey, how are you? Hope things are well. So we got quite a lot of books to talk about. See, what happened was this. Let me explain because I can hear the judgments already. Let me explain what happened. I was going through a lot in September and in August. And in that going through a lot, I tend to spend a lot of money that I shouldn't have. I have a whole ass vow renewal coming up in November. But nevertheless, I still bought a whole bunch of books. So we're going to talk about them. There are 34. I thought there was 35, but I wrote the same book down twice. But there are 34, and I have them separated in sections. The first section that we are going to go into is my pre-order section, in which there are 11 books there. And then we're going to go into the Because of Book Talk section, in which there are 9 books there. And then the randomly picked up, randomly bought section, in which there are 14 books there. So hopefully altogether that will equal 34, but we'll definitely keep track as we go. I'll also put this video into the Ye-O book haul playlist, in which if you want to keep track of the amount of books that I buy for the rest of the year, there's a whole playlist for you to check out. But yeah, okay. We're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with my pre-order section. The first book I'm going to talk about, I actually have this on my October TBR, and that is The Pumpkin Princess and the Forever Knight by Stephen Banbury. And this book just looks so good. It's a middle grade, and it looks like the perfect fit for October. So I'll be reading this in October. By the way, I talk about this in my October TBR, in which I will link that down below and up top. If you have not checked that out yet, you definitely should. It was crazy. It was intense, but I did it. And yeah, this book is in there. The next book I pre-ordered and bought was When Haru Was Here by Dustin Theo. So this book is the second, if I recall correctly, it's the second book by this author. The first one was You've Reached Sam, which was really good, really sad. I believe I read that maybe last year, the year before. So I know that this one's probably another hard-hitting contemporary that has some type of probably sci-fi element. The other one did, like, it had like the boyfriend was passed, and yet the boyfriend was still contacting the girlfriend through like a phone. So I don't exactly know what this one is about or what elements are in here, but I'm pretty sure it's sad because it looks like this guy is disappearing a little bit. But look at this cover. It is beautiful. Hopefully I will be in the right headspace to read this soon. The next pre-order I'm gonna talk about is actually a book that I think is everywhere as of right now, but I'm really excited about it because there is Greek gods and goddesses in this, and that is The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen. So look at these pages though, y'all. Like, oh, beautiful. So all I know is I believe it's about like a girl who is going into, or who has to play inside these games, and the games are hosted by the Greek gods and goddesses, I believe. So this is definitely giving me like Norse mythology instead of Greek mythology, but I'm fairly sure it has Zeus in it. So that is underneath, and here is the inside. I bought mine from Amazon, but I'm fairly sure that you can probably buy the same edition at Barnes & Noble. So you should definitely check it out if you're interested. The next section, a book that I've already started. I was buddy reading with Paco, but again, I failed another buddy read, and I actually got 2 copies, and those are Immortal Dark by Tigist Grimma. So this is a black vampire dark academia story. This is just a regular edition that I got from Barnes & Noble with the sprayed pages. This is the one I was reading, and I'm also tabbing it up. You can kind of see it. I am loving this, and this one is the Waterstones edition, and it has a different cover, which I love. I love pink, but I love like the dreads and the braids, love that, and then also the spray pages. So I have both copies. I'm reading this one because I I don't want to like mess this one up. So this one is at the top of my shelves while I'm reading this one. So I am really enjoying it. There is like this mystery of what happened to the sister. There's these families that's tied to vampires, and they go to this university. In order for you to not gain access to your house, but for you to have power over your house, you have to go to the school, you have to pass a class about the integration between vampires and humans, basically. And I believe there's a romance in the book. I have not got to the part where the romance is. I have heard about it thanks to a video that Paco sent me, which the author is going over the pronunciation of her and her characters and such. So I will link that video down below if I can remember to. But if you want to check that out, you definitely should. I am really loving Immortal Dark and I cannot wait to finish it. Hopefully I will have it finished soon. Not exactly sure, especially since I'm reading my October TBR. The next book is the Illumicrate book for the month of September, I'm pretty sure. And that is A Dark and Drowning Tide by Alison Saft. So this is Alison Saft's newest book. I am not a huge fan of this cover just because like it's just super blue, and the pages are also super blue, but I also don't like the regular cover either. I'll put it up on the screen. I do not like the regular cover either, so that's why I did not buy the regular one, and I knew that this was going to be the book for September. But now I kind of wish I did, because I do not like this cover at all. This is what it looks like underneath, which is like the regular cover. From what I hear, this is like some gothic, possibly dark academia type of book. I don't really know anything really about it, but I did love Alison Saft's other book, A Fragile Enchantment. It was really, really good. So I'm hoping that this one is good too. I'm probably just going to have to keep it inside some type of like dust jacket or something, because I cannot stand that cover. The next book is my next pre-order, which is an adult fantasy, and that is The Scarlet Throne by Amy Liao, maybe? So at the top it says, to remain a god, she will become a demon. And if I'm not mistaken, this follows an older character that is losing her power because she's getting older, I believe. So in order to not have that happen, she decides to inhabit a demon of some sort. On the back it says, a dark, heart-thumping political epic fantasy by debut author Amy Liao, maybe, full of scheming demons, morally gray heroines, talking cats, and cutthroat priests. The Scarlet Throne is a delicious tale of power and corruption. So this by far sounds amazing. This cover is amazing, and y'all know that I love me some political intrigue, so super, super excited. The next pre-order book is another book that is on my October TBR. Again, I will link that below for you to check that out, and that is An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. This is her newest book. This is the same author who wrote The Year of the Witching as well as House of Hunger. I really enjoyed The Year of the Witching. The House of Hunger was fine. It was a vampire story. This one is a super dark academia book, so of course I'm really excited to read it, and y'all know I love me dark academia, so I'm really, really excited to read this, and it just looks perfect for the fall, perfect for spooky season, so I cannot wait to get to it. It is on my October TBR, and I am just super excited to get to it and to see what I think. Oh, I got that one personalized and signed by the author. That is how I pre-ordered it, and I'm really happy that I have it. The next pre-order book I'm talking about is another adult fantasy, and that is The Gods Below by Andrea Stewart. So this one is another one that has like gods doing some crazy stuff, and I believe that there's some political intrigue in here. This is the same author who wrote the Bone Shard Daughter trilogy. I think it was called The Drowning Empire is what that series is called. I read the first one, being a Bone Shard Daughter, and I really enjoyed it. I read it for Paco's book club, and it was really good. So this one, it says at the top, The Gods Below begins a sweeping epic from fantasy's newest master wordsmith, Andrea Stewart, a story of magic, betrayal, love, and loyalty, where two sisters will clash on opposite sides of a war against the gods. So look, you telling me that there's gods doing some stuff, inhabiting some stuff, which actually kind of reminds me of a book that I'm reading right now, which I'm really enjoying, but nevertheless, I'm excited to get to this. I will not be getting to this in October, unfortunately, but hopefully I'll get to it soon. I think I would prefer probably to finish out her other trilogy first before going into a brand new series of hers, but we'll see. We'll see what I'm feeling. The next pre-order book is the last book in a trilogy. I have not read the first one, but I had to swoop up this one because this is a Waterstones edition of it, and that is The Ending Fire by Sarah L. Arafi. And this is the last book in, oh my gosh, what is this series called? It's called something in particular. I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to like read anything. The Ending Fire trilogy. I'm like covering right here because I'm like, I don't want to read anything. The first one being The Final Strife is the first one. I have a paperback of the first one, but I have the Waterstones edition of the second one, and now I have a Waterstones edition of the third one. And I'm really excited because I hear nothing but great things about it. So I'm excited to read it. I am happy I have the whole trilogy now, and I will read it when I can. When? I have no idea. I don't know what's happening, but nevertheless, I have it and I'm happy I have it. Last but not least of my pre-order books, I have All the Devils by Caitlin Wilson. So for one, the cover, look, beautiful, perfect for the fall. This is the Waterstones exclusive edition signed by the author, and on the back it says, this year the students at Ravenswood will be raising hell. So I know that this is a dark academia. I know that, and that's literally all I know. And it's all I know because you tell me dark academia and I'm super there. Like, I don't need to know anything else besides the fact that it's dark academia. So I'm happy nevertheless. We finished my pre-order section. Now we're going to go into the Because of Book Talk section of this haul. And yeah, we're just going to get into it. The first book is Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. And from what I hear, this is a super cute romance book, and this one I think has like grumpy sunshine, and like this guy is like a grave digger maybe or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but nevertheless I do like the cover, and I think that this will be like a little cute little romance to read maybe during the fall. So not this month, but probably next month in November, we'll see. But you always need like something like a little cute little romance to break up your dark academias, your thrillers, your fantasies and such. So that will be perfect. The next two books I heard about from my husband, and my husband heard about it from TikTok, and I got really confused. So I bought the book that he told me to buy, but then I found out that it was a prequel. But then I looked it up. Well, okay, so I thought it was a prequel. So then I bought the first one. I bought the prequel, and then I bought the first one. And then I looked it up, and everybody says to read the prequel first before you read the first one. So either way it goes, I have them both. And that is The Fall and of Blood and Fire by Ryan Cahill. I think it's Cahill. I apologize in advance. But this is the prequel, and I believe it has like 2 stories or something, novellas, and then this is the first one. From what I've read on Goodreads and like the reviews and such like that, everybody says to read this first and then go into this, so you're not as confused or something like that. But either way it goes, I heard about this from my husband. My husband said from TikTok he heard that it's really good and that not a lot of people are talking about it. So I have it, and hopefully it will be, I'm fairly sure I could probably get to this month, but we'll definitely see. I'll keep you updated in one of the vlogs that is being posted right now for the month of October. I will be posting vlogs every week, so if I'm able to get to it in October, then you'll see it there. The next book everybody was talking about on Book Talk, and it was a book of the month choice, and that is Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. For whatever reason, this name is ringing a bell, and I don't know why. If I'm able to remember, I'll put it on the screen, or the book on the screen, or whatever, of why I know her name, if I can figure it out. But for whatever reason, this name is like ringing bells. But anyways, as far as what this is about, from what I remember hearing about, is that this is a dark romance. That's all I know. Literally, that's it. On top it says Phantasma only has 2 rules: stay alive and don't fall in love. So I don't know, but nevertheless I bought it because of TikTok, so there's that. I be getting influenced. I get influenced all the time. It happens. The next book I was able to find used, and it's solely because of TikTok. It's actually on one of their filters, in which is like a video that I'm trying to do. It's going to take me some time to get through, but nevertheless, Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I hear about this author and her books all the time on Book Talk. I don't know what this is about. It says at top, Knox Morgan doesn't tolerate drama, especially in the form of a stranded runaway bride. Okay, I think it's a romance. It's a very long romance, but I've been seeing that a lot recently, that romances are long and getting longer and longer and longer, and I don't exactly know why. But nevertheless, everybody talks about this. Everybody hypes this up. I be seeing like tabs and tabs and tabs. So I have very high standards for this. Is Book Talk going to let me down? Probably, but I bought it either way it goes. Next, we have an Emily Henry book. While I say this is because of TikTok, I did read an Emily Henry book already. Anyways, I really liked it. I read Book Lovers and thought it was really, really good. I do not have it here physically because I read it as a library book, but I probably will be buying it. But I did buy this one instead, and that is People We Meet on Vacation. This is by Emily Henry, obviously. I said that. But I don't know at all what this is about. Nevertheless, I heard about it on TikTok. It says 2 best friends, 10 summer trips, 1 last chance to fall in love. It's probably really, really cute, and there's probably like some super quirky person and maybe some family drama type of situation or something of the case. But nevertheless, I loved the writing in Book Lovers. I highly doubt there's much of a change in between the books. I do have a couple other books by her from the library that's been sitting here, but I will be trying to purchase them myself instead of getting them from the library because it just doesn't happen. The next one I actually heard about on Book Talk, but it was like a person making like a list, and this is probably one of her favorite romances, and it's a romance retelling at that, and that is Phantom by Greer Rivers. So I actually bought this off of Amazon, and all I know is about Phantom of the Opera, but I think it's like a dark, oh, it says on here, a dark modern romantic retelling of the musical classic Phantom of the Opera. But this time, the man behind the mask won't stop until she is his. Oh, say less. Ah, I love it. I am pumped to get to this. I believe there are parts, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or acts. Ooh, this one says Act 2. So there's acts, and that's really cute. Act 1, prologue. Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. She was loving this. She raved about the whole, there's multiple of them. I want to say there's like 4 or 5 in this series or set. So we're going to read the first one at least before we buy the other ones. The next one I'm going to talk about, I did a whole TikTok about, but it was like a little TikTok just using like a sound and such. And I should be ashamed of myself. I'm not. And that is my 4th edition of Fourth Wing. I have not even read this book, and I have 4 editions of it. Hold it. Hold your judgment, okay? I have this book on my October TBR. I won't be reading this one. I have like just a regular tall paperback that I got from another booktuber from Australia. So I'll be reading that one instead. But this is the most recent set that I bought, which is why it's on here on the book haul. I really like it. I love it. I love the black. When the second one comes out in paperback, most likely in a special edition like this, I'll be buying that one too. Not gonna lie to you, that's happening. Last but not least, I literally have only been hearing about this book on Book Talk up until recently. Now booktubers are talking about it. I cannot stand the cover, and so I bought this one from somebody on Facebook, and that is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. So this is the discreet edition. I don't know what that means, but nevertheless, it says strike the bargain, pay the price. Everybody's been talking about this romantasy book. I don't know, it's huge. It's really big. It says on the back, do not touch the sword, do not turn the key, do not open the gates. So I have it though, it's here. So now that we've gone through the because of Book Talk pile, let's go into the random pile, just books that I randomly decided to buy for whatever reason. I will say the reason, but for whatever reason is the point. The first one being the paperback, the new paperback with the new cover of The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. So I had a little tiny like mass market paperback of this, and I have not read it because I do not want to read it that way. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna buy it. So I'm replacing a book with a book, which is great. I unhauled one and replacing it with this one. It makes sense to me. The next book is the final book in this trilogy, and that is Wisteria by Adeline Grace. I have Belladonna, Foxglove, and now this, so of course I bought it. Actually, it wasn't. I was about to say, was this a pre-order? It was not a pre-order, but I have this. I was going to buy it regardless because I have the hardcovers of the other ones, so you know, it is what it is. That's why I bought it. I wouldn't necessarily say random. I didn't know it was out. Well, that's not necessarily true either, because Paco and Thousand was talking about it, but nevertheless, I bought it. I saw it randomly, so I bought it. Out of all the books that are here, I regret buying these three just because like I did not need them, but they have sprayed pages. It's paperback with sprayed pages. I was like, oh, say less. And that is the Kingdom of the Wicked series by Carrie Melishako. They have sprayed pages. How? I have the hardcovers, in which I will probably read the hardcovers, maybe, or unhaul the heart. I don't exactly know yet. I don't know. But we have Kingdom of the Wicked, Kingdom of the Cursed, and Kingdom of the Feared. I don't know if that's the order. Does not matter. I have them. They're gorgeous. I'm happy I have them. I will be reading them eventually because I have Throne of the Fallen up top. And then the next one's coming out this month, actually in October. Throne of Secrets or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I'll put it on the screen. But that's one of my pre-order books from Waterstones, because I have Waterstones edition of the other one up top. The next book I actually heard about from a friend, Jamie, and she said, hey, Princess, I think that you'll really enjoy it. It's another middle grade, which is crazy because I don't really like middle grades like that. But I'm going to give it a try along with the other middle grade I talked about, and that is The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane by Julie Noble. So look at this. Look at this. And look, there's keys on it. There's keys. I believe this is set at a school, I think. A prestigious boarding school. There you go. And I'm interested. So I will definitely be reading this soon. Hopefully in November. But I will literally desperately try to get this done in October along with the other one, because I feel like those are like perfect October books, and why not give another middle grade a try. This next one, I saw the second one and learned my lesson from something that's about to come up. But anyways, I saw the second one and I scanned it on Goodreads to see if it was the first one or the second one. It said that it was the second one, so I was like, ooh, let me go find the first one. It's like stalker romance type of thing. But it's okay. Once You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. And yeah, definitely stalker romance. It says, murder brought us together, only death can keep us apart. The tormentor and the target. Like, I'm falling down this hole of dark romance and I don't even care. Like, watch me fall down. I'm so excited. So I'm super pumped to get to this. Hopefully in November, but we'll see. I'm gonna like have to like note take that down. I would like to actually start working on my November TBR. It's only the 5th though, so I have plenty of time. And Illumicrate gave us cards, like TBR cards, and I will probably be using those next month. I'm so excited. Anyways, I'm sorry. Anyways, The Cursed by Harper L. Woods. So hear me out. I saw this book at Barnes & Noble, and I saw 3 pages, and I was like, oh, that's cute. I read the synopsis and was like, oh, that's cute. So then I bought it, right? And then like last week or 2 weeks ago, I went into Barnes & Noble again, right? And then I saw another book that looked very similar to this and had the same author name and everything, had sprayed pages and everything. And I was like, those look very similar. Oh, I wonder if they're like in a series. So I scanned this one. This is the second one. This is the second one. I bought the second one not knowing that it was the second one. So I did buy the first one, in which you'll see in the November haul. But I bought the first one. This is the second one. Just learn from my lesson to scan books before you buy them, so you are not buying the second one. But this is a dark academia, dark romance, if I'm not mistaken. The next 2 books, actually the first one is a rebuy for me. I had this book and then I unhauled it. I didn't know that there was a second one coming at the time that I unhauled it. And then when I heard that the second one was coming, I was like, I might as well just wait until the second one gets here so I could buy them both at the same time. And that is The House in the Cerulean Sea and Somewhere Beyond the Sea, both by TJ Klune. I loved House in the Cerulean Sea. It was so good. Spray pages, right? This is the second one, spray pages. And I was like, say less. Say less. The next book I bought was solely because I have this author's other books. I have not got to them, but I hear great things about them. And I really like the cover. It's definitely giving me very much like autumn, fall, creepy vibes. But a lot of their books, from what I hear, is very creepy. And that is The 13th Child by Aaron A. Craig, who is the author of House of Salt and Sorrow, as well as Small Favors. And anyways, this one has spray pages as well. I'm not a huge fan of the gilded gold, but nevertheless, this book looks super creepy. So I was like, might as well. I mean, I have all the rest of their other books. Might as well at this point. The next book is an anthology, if I'm not mistaken, and that is Buried Deep and Other Stories by Naomi Novak. I have not read a Naomi Novak book, I don't think. Wait, hold on. Let me think. No, I haven't. I have not. Okay, I was thinking. I was like, wait, hold on. Is that them? No, it's not. Okay, so I have not. I kind of want to start this month, but because I'm trying to get more into anthologies, but I think I'm going to read one of the anthologies that's in my fall autumn TBR video. I will link that down below and up top so you can check that out. But this looks perfect for the fall as well. Like, look at it, it's kind of creepy. Yes. So I don't know, we'll see. The next book I bought randomly, also because of Paco, because he talked about it, and that is Their Sins on Their Bones by Laura A. I'm so sorry. This is, it looks like a little pirate story, and look, there's a key. There's a key. On the back it says, set in a Jewish folklore inspired reimagining of 19th century Eastern Europe, this queer dark fantasy debut pits two estranged husbands and a daring spy master on opposite sides of a civil war. Perfect for fans of Leigh Bardugo, C.S. Pacast, and Catherine Arden, which I do love me some Leigh Bardugo. So I'm excited to get to this, especially since Paco was talking about it. So last but not least is the second book in the series, which I hear amazing things about the first one. And I randomly saw this when I was at Barnes & Noble, and I saw that it had spray pages, and I was like, fine, why not? And that is Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole. Sorry. Anyways, anywho, the first one is Assistant to the Villain, which I hear great things about, which actually, technically speaking, this could have went into the TikTok pile because I hear about this a lot on TikTok. But also, a friend of mine is reading it. Thousand is reading this right now, and I believe she's really enjoying it. I hear great things about it, so I'm really excited to read the first one so then I can get the second one. But how can I pass this up? Like, honestly. Okay, so those are all 34 books that I bought in the month of September. October is shaping up to be a little better, hopefully. I have 11 pre-order books. I have bought books outside of my pre-order books, but I'm trying really hard to not do that. But outside of that though, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I need to watch another lecture for my financial accounting class. I need to edit, all that good stuff. So I will definitely catch you on the next one. Okay, cool. Bye.